I have 79 videos on this YouTube channel and I have a total of 82 subscribers. So that's basically about 1 subscriber per video. That's the reality check, because growth can be really slow on YouTube, but you keep moving forward. This is episode 6 of the series, Can I Monetize My Small YouTube Channel? What I've come to realize after creating many videos is that done is better than perfect. Sometimes we think that we have to have a perfect video before we publish, but what we don't understand is that you learn through the process of creating content and improving every video as you go along. And sometimes perfectionism, the idea of it, can really overwhelm us and can also limit us, because we also put off even starting a YouTube channel because we think, oh, we'll only start when we are really ready to do so. And you only become good at something once you practice it, once you take the theory that you've learned and then you put in the practical application, which is recording yourself on camera or your phone like I am right now, editing your videos, and then seeing whether it resonates with your audience or not. And this is a journey. It is a long journey. If you are treating YouTube as a business and not a hobby, then you need to understand that you need to have a strategy in place. You need to have a content calendar in place. You need to have systems in place to make this YouTube journey easier for you and for you to actually stick in this journey for the long game, because YouTube is a marathon and not a sprint. Since being on YouTube, I've learned so many things. I've learned that I was so afraid to use my voice. I was so afraid to be on camera. I was so afraid to be judged by other people. But you know what? Once you start publishing videos, your fear decreases. I'm not saying that it goes away completely. No, it's still there. But you start feeling more confident. You start feeling more confident about the way you are on camera. You start feeling more like your real self. And this also takes so much time. I think sometimes we think that the things that take a great deal of time on YouTube is learning how to edit, etc. But having the right mindset to be on YouTube, that takes a great deal of time. And I feel like we don't talk about this enough, because YouTube is so much about your mindset. Because sometimes when you post videos and they tank and they perform so terribly, you may not even have the motivation to post that next video. Sometimes you may think, why is everybody else getting views but I'm not getting any views? This is unfair. The algorithm hates me. And these are real conversations that you can have with yourself, right? Let's just be real. These are real things that you'll be thinking to yourself. I know I have. But the thing is, the wonderful part of YouTube is that you learn so many skills. So let's look at the last 7 days analytics. 258 views and 9.5 watch hours, 13% less than previous 7 days. 4 subscribers in the last 7 days, 300% more. Okay, so make sure you go into your analytics and you're actually looking at the data there, because it helps you to understand what videos are performing well, etc. And I have a mix of evergreen content as well as trending videos on my channel. So take this video. It has 204 views since published, okay? And it was published 104 days ago. But it took a while for it to actually start getting momentum. After 40 days, it was at 63 views. So sometimes you may think this video is not going anywhere, and then over time, it starts performing well. And this video was a shorter video. It was 6 minutes, 27 seconds, but the engagement on it is, average duration is 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Now you may wonder, but what does average view duration mean? So basically, it means that 204 people watched this video. And if you take the 204 people and you divide the amount of time that each person watched, so like they would have watched for various amounts of time. Some people would have watched for 3 minutes, some people would have watched for 6 minutes, some people would have watched for 1 minute, etc. But if you average out the amount of time per person, it then equates to 2 minutes and 21 seconds. So you always want your average view duration to be as high as possible, because that means that your content is resonating with your audience. So what you should also be checking for is click on content And it shows me that my average view duration across all the videos that have been watched for the last 7 days, it's 2 minutes and 17 seconds. It's actually better than what it was, because when I look at 28 days, it was 2 minutes 10 seconds. And when I look at since I started this channel, it was 1 minute 48 seconds. So my average view duration has increased over time. So look at your average view duration. Is it increasing or is it decreasing? Let me know in the comments below. Because if it is decreasing, you need to understand, why are people not watching your content as much as they did before? And if it's increasing, why are people watching it for longer than before? So for me, I think that people are starting to watch my video for longer because I am using these 5 things, which are topic. I'm choosing a topic that has a decent total addressable market, TAM, so that I know that we have a decent amount of audience, potential audience that will watch the video. Title, I'm choosing titles that are performing well on other people's channels, and I know that this will also be a good indicator that it can perform well on my channel. Third is hook. In the first 10 seconds, I am saying a hook that will grab the audience's attention. And if I get the audience in the first 10 seconds, then they are more likely to watch more of my video. But if I don't get them in the first 10 seconds, then obviously they aren't going to really watch my video. And actually, hook was the 4th thing. The 3rd thing is thumbnail. I'm making sure that the thumbnail is of a good enough quality and that it attracts the audience's attention, because irrespective of how good the video is, if the thumbnail isn't eye-catching, people aren't going to click on your video. And the 5th thing is delivery, making sure that I include storytelling in my videos, letting people know a bit about myself, because at the end of the day, YouTube is all about human to human. So in saying that, my name is Kesh. My YouTube channel is all about YouTube, the highs and the lows and everything in between. So if you do like that, do subscribe to this channel. And I'm a 42-year-old YouTuber, and YouTube is absolutely fascinating to me. It truly is. It's fascinating because so many people are actually watching YouTube on their TVs now. And YouTube, being a YouTuber means that you're part of the creator economy, which is about people who are creating content, whether it's on social media, etc. And it's growing. The creator economy is growing every single year. So it's an exciting time to be a YouTuber. So under dashboard, you can see that this video is performing okay. It's the second, it's 72, but this can change. You can put out a video, it can start off as being 1 out of 10 and then slide to 9 out of 10, etc. You can't fixate on when videos perform well or even when they don't perform that well. Yes, you can learn the lessons from it, but don't feel too discouraged when your video doesn't perform that well. I have 82 subscribers, and it's important to know about your audience. So when we click into audience, I'm going to go for the last 7 days, and United States, my top geography, followed from Vietnam, and that's a new one, and then Nigeria. And then you can go into it like this, and I can see, okay, United States watch for an average of 3 minutes 2 seconds. Thank you, Americans. Vietnam, only 18 seconds, and Nigeria, 1 minute 42. Hello, Nigerians, welcome to my channel. So yeah, have a look at who's actually watching your content. So that was for the last 7 days, but I can then change this, and so can you on your channel. And then you look now, United States top, but India for the last 28 days. So this has changed. What's interesting, in the last 28 days, you can even see mostly men are watching my channel, 62.8%, right? And this does surprise me because I'm 42 years old. So I thought people who are more like my age would be watching. I thought the majority would be people who are my age. Now it's shifted to 25 to 34-year-olds. And click on trends. So it's telling you different things. I'm not interested in this at all, so I'm going to click on not interested. And it just shows you ideas for your channel, what people are looking at. And if you like it, you can click on it to basically show YouTube, yes, this is what your channel is also about. So when I click on lifetime, since I started this channel, which was September 27th last year, 2024, I have 3,280 views so far, almost 100 hours. And to be monetized, you need to have 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers within a 12-month time frame. And this is for your long form videos. And you can see like highs and lows. Like sometimes it's really low, sometimes it's 0, and sometimes it's 2, and then sometimes you go 271 views in a day. And I don't have any YouTube shorts on this channel. It's all long form videos. And that's the thing about YouTube. There are times when your videos will perform really well and times when they won't perform well at all. Don't let the numbers affect how you feel about your journey. If you're doing well, that doesn't mean to say that you should now feel great. And if it performs poorly, that doesn't mean to say that you should just feel terrible. And I say this from experience because if you let the numbers dictate how you are going to feel, then YouTube is going to feel like a roller coaster. But rather just look at it objectively and try to analyze, why did your video perform well? Why did it not do as well as you'd hope? And focus on improving the next video and focus on learning from your videos, because YouTube, there's so much to learn. It's such a high learning curve, especially if you've never done this before. It takes time. So be patient with yourself and be kind to yourself. So I want to show you this video, Can I Monetize My Small YouTube Channel, is the first episode in this series. And this is my most popular video at 330 views. And this video, which I'm recording right now, is the 6th episode. But not all the episodes in the series have performed well. And that is why YouTube is so much about experimentation as well. Experiment, see what works, see what doesn't, try to create series. Definitely have playlists, okay? Go to customization. Like for example, if you are a sewing channel and you have beginner-friendly videos about how to start sewing, create a playlist around that so that people who are starting to learn how to sew, they can go from episode 1, right, to episode 10 and slowly learn. And you have now created a structure for them to follow, so it becomes easy for them. And therefore, you get more watch time by having playlists in place. Go and look at your home tab. Make sure to put a video here for people who haven't subscribed. Make sure to add a video here for returning subscribers. Look at your sections under channel customization in home tab. So you could add all these different sections. So you can see that I have been publishing quite consistently. And that's because I'm doing YouTube full time. And it is stressful. You know, sometimes you think, okay, if I'm doing YouTube full time, then you're going to have all the time in the world and your journey is going to be really simple because you have all this time. But the reality is that even when you have all the time to do YouTube full time, it can still be stressful, because when you aren't seeing the results that you hoped for, you can question why you are even attempting to do YouTube full time. You can question your goals, etc. And that is why understanding your why is such a huge part when it comes to your YouTube journey. Why have you created a YouTube channel? What is your reason? Are you just doing it as a hobby? Are you doing it as a way to connect with other people? Or do you see it as a business, a way to enjoy your YouTube channel but also make money at the same time? For me, I see YouTube as a fantastic opportunity for me to connect with other YouTubers, and I also see myself generating income from it one day. Because the more I learn, then I will be a few steps ahead of the next person who's trying to learn YouTube. And I think that even in my space, even in my circle, many people don't know about YouTube. They don't understand how it works. And I feel fortunate to understand how it works. And I love learning about it. So why not share that information? And you can see this number 158 versus this number 15. It can really shift, you know, your views can really shift. You can also look at the device type, okay? Under audience, you can look at device type. So for lifetime, most people are watching my videos on their mobile phone, followed by computer, TV, and tablet. And you can click on see more, and then you can see, okay, so mobile phone, I want to know what's the average view duration for each of these device types. And on TV, people have watched for an average of 3 minutes 42 seconds. Since the channel started, I have 122 people who've watched on TV. And it is far more. The average view duration on TV is far higher than a computer, for instance, which is 1 minute 49 average view duration, followed by mobile phone, which is 1 minute 43, and the tablet 1 minute 14 seconds. So people that are watching on TV, for me, they are watching for a lot longer, actually more than double than the computer, etc. So go and look to see. Why is that important? Because we know that when people watch on TV, it's like Netflix for them. They want to see the next episode. That is why creating playlists is so important. And then when I click on not subscribed and subscribe for lifetime, not subscribed for lifetime is 1 minute 25 seconds and subscribed is 4 minute 48 seconds. So you can see my subscribers are watching for far longer. And if you have subscribed, thank you so much. YouTube is fascinating, isn't it? How is your YouTube journey going? What have you learned so far? What do you feel like you need to improve? Comment below and let us know. And, sometimes you may not feel like actually creating a video. And that's okay. But do have timelines in place so that you are accountable to yourself and it doesn't feel like weeks go past and you don't actually publish a video. If you really want YouTube to be a business for you, then you need to have structure. You need to have timelines in place. Otherwise, your YouTube channel may feel very haphazard to you because you don't have goals in place. And having goals and systems in place, it's really, really helpful. There's also so much advice out there, and sometimes the advice can be bad for us and we may not even know it at the time. So watch this video where I talk about some of that bad advice. And remember to have fun creating, because yes, YouTube is not always fun and games, but if you're investing so much of yourself and your time and effort into this, then you might as well enjoy it. Have a fabulous week.